Hey everyone, welcome back. We are officially on our third episode of the Tech Lounge series.
Yes, we are. Grab a drink. Seriously.
Yeah, pull up a stool. Imagine we're just hanging out at a bar lounge after a long shift.
Exactly the vibe we want.
Because today we are doing a deep dive into something that honestly affects everyone. We're looking at the impacts of AI on the manufacturing industry from like 2026 to 2030.
And if you're sitting there thinking, oh, I don't work in a factory, why do I care?
Right.
You know, whether you're an entrepreneur or working in software or just, someone who uses physical products, which is all of us, this is about how the physical world around you is literally being rebuilt.
Yeah, the mission today is to unpack this massive stack of recent industry reports we got our hands on.
Lots of reading.
So much reading. Global executive surveys, insights from major tech conferences. And the big takeaway is that AI is finally jumping off of your computer screen and aggressively taking over the factory floor.
The next industrial revolution is happening right now, basically. It really is. And, for the last few years, AI in manufacturing was mostly just hype.
Oh, entirely. It's all theory.
Yeah, like a small test here, a little pilot program there. But the data shows that 2026 is the hard inflection point.
It's the tipping point.
Right. We have this one global survey polling over 3,200 business leaders, and 54% of them expect to move a massive chunk of their AI experiments, we're talking 40% or more, into full production within the next 3 to 6 months.
Which is an insane timeline if you think about it.
Okay, let's unpack this. Because taking an AI out of a testing phase and dropping it into a live factory, it feels like taking a concept car out of a nice empty parking lot and just throwing it onto a busy highway at rush hour.
That is exactly what it's like.
So why now? Why is the industry finally escaping what the sources are calling pilot purgatory?
Well, if we connect this to the bigger picture, you have to understand that pilot purgatory happens because test environments use completely clean data.
Right, it's all sanitized.
Exactly, the parameters are perfect. But a real factory, it is incredibly messy.
Chaos.
Total chaos. You've got extreme temperature swings, microscopic vibrations messing with sensors.
Those machines from the 90s, right?
Oh yeah, legacy hardware everywhere, unpredictable supply chain delays. But the tech has finally matured enough to handle the chaos. The projected global market value for process manufacturing AI is supposed to hit somewhere between $9.85 billion and $12.97 billion by the end of 2026.
Wow, almost $13 billion.
Yeah, and we're seeing this massive divide opening up. You have the laggards and then you have the innovators.
Because right now, only about 18% of industrial manufacturers have highly automated key processes.
Right, just 18%. But by 2030, that's expected to jump to 50% across the board.
Half the industry.
But the really crazy part is the future fit companies, like the top 20% of innovators.
The ones leading the charge.
Exactly. They're already at 29% automation today, and they'll hit 65% by 2030. They're just leaving everyone else in the dust.
Here's where it gets really interesting, though. We're not just talking about smarter software dashboards anymore. We're talking about hardware.
Right, giving the AI a physical body.
Yeah, the rise of physical AI and Agentic AI. The reports say 58% of companies are already using some form of physical AI.
Which is way higher than I would have guessed.
I know, right? And it's expected to hit 80% within 2 years. In the Asia-Pacific region, they're actually projecting 90% adoption.
That's basically everyone.
But we should clarify, because this isn't just those old blind robotic arms you see in car commercials.
No, not at all. Traditional robots just do blind repetition.
Just moving back and forth.
Right. The arm is programmed to move exactly 12 inches, close its grip, and move back. If the piece of metal it's supposed to grab is, say, misaligned by a quarter of an inch.
It just smashes right into it.
Exactly. It has no idea.
Yeah.
It just crashes, breaks the part, and halts the whole production line.
Enter Agentic AI.
Right. Agentic AI gives the machine contextual awareness. It uses computer vision to actually watch what it's doing in real time.
So if a part comes down, the belt's slightly crooked?
The AI sees it. It does this, pixel-level anomaly detection. It recalculates the trajectory autonomously, tilts its grip, grabs the crooked part securely, and realigns it.
All without a human hitting the emergency stop button.
Exactly. It fixes its own mistakes on the fly.
And the sources mention that this computer vision is spotting microscopic defects on electronic circuit boards right now with over 99% accuracy.
Things the human eye can't even see.
Right. And it doesn't just throw the bad board away. The agent actually talks to the upstream machines. Like, hey, lower the soldering temperature by 2 degrees so this defect doesn't happen on the next one.
It's a complete autonomous loop. Perception, decision, action.
Which honestly explains the crazy financial news we saw in the stack.
Oh, the Bezos thing.
Yeah. Jeff Bezos is reportedly in early talks to raise a $100 billion AI fund.
$100 billion. With a B.
Just an astronomical amount of money. And it's specifically to buy up manufacturing companies. He wants to speed up automation in chips, defense, aerospace.
Hard tech.
Yeah. But, okay, let me push back for a second here.
Go for it.
If I'm putting myself on a factory floor, surrounded by heavy, fast-moving machinery, we're talking about tools that used to wait for human commands, now making their own physical decisions.
It sounds a little terrifying.
It does. A rogue software bug on a laptop is, annoying. But a massive, heavy-lifting robot hallucinating a data point, that's a massive physical safety hazard. Aren't we rushing this?
It's a totally valid concern. And the data actually backs you up on that fear.
Really?
Yeah. So 74% of companies plan to deploy Agentic AI within 2 years, but only 21% currently have a mature governance model for it.
Oh, wow. That is a terrifying gap.
It really is. 3/4 want to rush it out, but only a fifth actually know how to control it safely. Failures in the physical world are safety hazards, not just glitches.
So how are they handling that?
Well, they're using bounded autonomy. The machines operate inside very strict, mathematically defined safety envelopes, like an invisible box that physically cannot reach outside of, no matter what the AI decides.
I see. But even then, they're deploying this in highly controlled environments first.
Exactly. Closed-off warehouses, specialized assembly lines. You can't just drop an AI into an old factory and expect it to work.
Right, because it needs an ecosystem, a hard tech ecosystem.
Software alone can't save a factory. It needs a nervous system.
Okay, I love this analogy. Let's break this down. Think of the modern factory, like the human body.
Okay.
The IT department information technology, that's the brain. It's the sales software, the financials, the system saying, hey, we need to build 500 red cars today.
And then you have the OT, the operational technology.
All right, the physical nervous system.
The actual sensors on the floor, the PLC's programmable logic controllers, the things that literally tell a mechanical valve to open and spray the red paint.
But the crazy stat is that in 70% of failed smart manufacturing initiatives, it's because the brain isn't talking to the nervous system.
They don't speak the same language. Your financial software can't talk to a paint valve.
So to deploy this physical AI, they have to build what the industry calls a data fabric.
Right, it's a unified translation layer.
So an order comes in online, hits the brain, the data fabric translates it into mechanical steps, and instantly fires it down the nervous system to the robotic arm.
But to handle all that data, they are having to build private 5G networks right inside the buildings.
Because regular Wi-Fi just can't hack it.
Not even close.
Yeah.
You have hundreds of agents talking at once. You need ultra-low latency. And they're also using digital twins, which is just wild.
Let's talk about digital twins, because it's not just like a 3D model on a screen.
No, it's a living, breathing, virtual replica of the entire factory.
With actual physics engines running.
Exactly. Thermodynamics, real-time sensor data. Before an engineer ever touches a real robotic arm on the floor, they run thousands of simulations in the digital twin.
Testing how the AI will react.
Right. They find all the safety hazards and bottlenecks digitally before a single piece of real metal ever moves.
And because of all this interconnectivity, the whole concept of maintenance is evolving. We're moving from predictive maintenance to prescriptive maintenance.
There's the huge shift.
Right now, predictive maintenance just means a light blinks red and says, this machine will break in 5 days.
And a human still has to go figure out what's wrong, find a spare part, and shut the machine down.
Exactly. But prescriptive maintenance. The AI spots the issue, checks the digital twin to prescribe the exact fix.
And it autonomously orders the part from the supply chain.
Yes. And then it literally schedules the maintenance window for like 2:00 a.m. on a Tuesday to minimize downtime.
It manages its own health.
Which brings up the massive elephant in the room, the human element.
Right. What happens to the workers?
Because if the AI is catching defects, ordering parts, and fixing its own grip, the human roles have to be completely redesigned.
Especially now, with the severe labor shortages they're facing.
Yeah, the boomers are retiring, taking all that tacit knowledge with them. And Gen Z, they're kind of avoiding the industry. There's this stigma that factory work is dark, dirty, and dangerous.
Nobody wants to do it.
So is the solution here to just turn factory work into something that looks like a high-end tech job or like a video game?
What's fascinating here is that is exactly what they're doing. They're creating the new collar worker. It's Industry 5.0.
Blue collar worker.
Right. It's not about automating humans out of a job. It's about upgrading them, giving them force multipliers.
Okay, what does that actually look like for a new hire?
Well, they're gamifying operations. They're handing workers rugged tablets, AR glasses, AI co-pilots.
The AR glasses sound like pure sci-fi.
You really do. A worker puts them on, looks at an engine, and step-by-step digital instructions are overlaid right onto their field of vision, highlighting exactly which bolt to turn.
And there's an adaptive learning system behind it, right?
Yes. The AI watches the worker's eye movements and speed. If you're picking it up fast, it speeds up the instructions. If you look confused, it instantly dials back and gives you more detail.
That's incredible. Personalized, real-time training.
So the workers aren't just sitting around. They're stepping up to manage these AI agents. It requires this hybrid of traditional, mechanical trade skills plus high-level digital literacy.
They're essentially managing a robot fleet.
Exactly.
Okay, so we've got the agents, the hard tech, the new collar workers. But all this tech isn't just making them build stuff faster. It's fundamentally changing what a manufacturing company actually sells.
The entire business model is flipping.
Yeah, the sources project that by 2030, a massive 44% of total revenue for these industrial manufacturers will come from outside their core physical products.
Nearly half their money won't come from the things they actually make.
Which is wild.
But it makes sense. The advanced guys are shifting to bundled services, outcome-based models.
Right, it's like the classic razor and blades model, but on steroids.
You're not just selling a robotic arm anymore.
Exactly. I don't just sell you a machine for a flat fee. I sell you the arm, but I keep the data.
Yeah.
And then I sell you a subscription to the AI insights and the prescriptive maintenance guarantees.
You're selling guaranteed uptime, not hardware.
And this leads right into the rise of micro-factories.
Oh, this is one of the most disruptive trends in the whole stack of reports.
Because you don't need a 1 million square foot mega factory anymore.
No. With edge computing and agentic AI, you can build these smaller, hyper-localized facilities.
Right. Traditionally, if you wanted to switch from making like a left-handed part to a right-handed part, it took a team of humans 3 days to retool the molds.
But now, you just send a new digital file. The agents autonomously recalculate their own toolpaths in seconds, and you're printing custom orders on demand that same afternoon.
Hyper-customized production right in your local zip code.
It completely insulates them from global supply chain shocks.
So what does this all mean if we pull all this together?
It means the physical mechanics of the world are being rewritten.
Yeah. We are actively transitioning away from those isolated wind tunnel pilot tests into fully autonomous, interconnected ecosystems.
The factory is becoming a living, breathing thing.
Exactly. Surviving this era means treating AI as core infrastructure. It's the nervous system connecting the top floor finances directly to the shop floor robotics.
And you need the 5G, the digital twins, and the new collar workforce to actually make it sing.
It's a massive undertaking.
It is. And, I want to leave you with a final thought to mull over while you finish that after-work drink.
Let's hear it.
We've talked about micro-factories doing real-time custom production. We've talked about how 44% of revenue is shifting to digital services and uptime guarantees.
Right.
As you sit there and look at your phone or your coffee mug or whatever is in front of you, are we approaching a future where the physical product you actually hold in your hand is the least valuable part of the entire manufacturing process?
Wow. The physical object is just like a cheap vessel for the digital service.
Exactly.
That is a wild paradigm shift to think about.
It changes everything.
It really does. Well, thank you for hanging out in the Tech Lounge with us today.
Always a pleasure.
We hope this deep dive gave you a completely new lens to view the physical world being built around you. Keep questioning how things are made, keep your eyes on the data, and we will catch you guys on the next one.